55-inch smart TV. That's expensive. And it was also free, F-R-E-E, free. Today, Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. You can enter daily, any time of the day. As soon as it's midnight 01, guess what? You can enter, okay? And somebody today is going to win that. If you don't enter today, you won't win. When you enter today, you're entering to win the grand prize drawing for the iPhone 15, but you're also entering to win the daily gift as well. So, man, check it out. You do not want to miss out on these deals. They're just absolutely gorgeous. In addition to that, thank you for joining us for the live stream. When you shop with us during the live stream, we bring you a very limited engagement focus on one particular gemstone so that you can sort of take a little mini deep dive, if you will. But the reason that that's important is because these are some of our most treasured pieces. And when you're shopping with us on the live stream, we don't just say thank you. We do thank you with an extra 25% savings. Now, the prices are good for 48 hours. So that gives you a window. If you or someone that you know or love is looking for a spectacular deal. And I'll say it again, I've said it before, so I'm saying it again, and I'll probably repeat myself during this next couple of hours. I don't care what your budget is. We don't care what your budget is. For too long, there's been this noticeable gap in our industry, which is an industry of joy and celebration and remembering all the good stuff, right? There's been sort of the gap that no one talked about, where unless you were sort of a high-end consumer and you were a trust fund baby or you were a lottery winner or whatever, and you wanted access to some of the world's most exotic gemstones, you had to have a big budget. Well, Shop LC takes care of that. This is the place. It's the only place I know of where the playing field is level, all right? If you have $10 to spend and you want to make it an important, significant, beautiful gift, this is the place to shop. If you have $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, this is the place where, regardless of your budget, you're going to find respect and dignity and a variety that will just tickle you giddy. I mean, you'll just be so excited to see all the great deals that we have. And that's why when we talk about something like Tourmaline, which has been on that list for so long, it's been on that list of, oh gosh, well, this is kind of, you have to go to the big box store, which means you got to have the right clothes and you got to have the right shoes and you got to have the right handbag if you want to be taken seriously in some of those environments. Honey, you can sit at home in your favorite PJs and your bunny slippers, okay? And we're going to bring the deals straight to you because that's what our motto is. Our motto is delivering joy, and we're going to deliver it to your doorstep. Everything that I bring to you today is also going to have a 30-day money-back guarantee. I call it the happiness guarantee. And if you are if you're in the mindset of, gosh, I'm not sure I want to take a look at it, guess what? You've got 30 days. Okay, so get it home. If you go out to the garage, get into that car or the truck that you drive, and you travel across town to the mall or the jewelry store, if you're like us in Austin or even some places in Texas, you don't even have a jewelry store in your county. I mean, there's not my mom and dad live in a place where there's not a jewelry store within about a 75-mile radius. One way. Yeah, and the age of specialization, where you've got this independently owned store that's owned by a person who's just absolutely nuts about gemstones or, crazy about gemstones, those days are kind of past. Everything has become very sort of the same. You walk into this mall and you've got these few stores. You fly across the country and you walk into their mall and they have the same stores. It's just like wash, rinse, and repeat. Shop LC is different. We've been on the air on our television shows now for about 15 or 16 years. I think maybe even 16 or 17 years. I can't remember. But our start is not from wanting to build a home shopping network. Our start is from the aspect of being a gemstone dealer. Yeah, a gemstone dealer. Think about that. Think about the entire difference. Think about the level of skill and expertise that you get with us here at Shop LC, because we're kind of rockhound crazy. When we can find a great deal on a parcel of gemstones and turn them into fantastically beautiful pieces, we do that. Our design team in-house, years of experience, hundreds of years of combined experience. They understand the most modern and the hippest trends right now, and they bring you designs that are the hippest, trendiest pieces, and they also do a great job of looking back through the history of gemstones and jewelry. Important designs that have staying power and elegance no matter what the era is. They combine all of that, the now and the must-haves and the foundation pieces like beautiful gemstone halos. They come up with the sketches and the designs. Our stone team brings in great deals. Then our production team builds the models, makes the molds, gets everything over to the casting team, which creates the mountings. It's an incredibly complicated process. From there, all the mountings have to be pre-finished. Then all the gemstones have to be set. I mean, taking care of every minuscule, minute detail to produce beautiful pieces like you're going to see in this collection. And when it comes to the family of Tourmaline, Tourmaline, as it was called by ancient peoples, one of the first colored gemstones to be traded east to west across the Silk Highway. When it comes to the family of Tourmaline, it's one of the most joyful color palettes you can get. It's been called the gemstone of 1,000 colors. Now today we're going to focus on one color. Okay, one color, and it's a spectacular color. It's this gorgeous sort of, we call it Lagoon Tourmaline because it's not quite blue and it's not quite green. It's this amazing sort of teal color, and this particular color, you don't really find it in any other gemstone family. It's not really a sapphire color. It's not really an emerald color. I mean, it's not really, there's a kyanite color that looks a little bit like it. Grandidierite might look a little bit like it. Grandidierite is one of the top 10 rare stones on the planet. It's super duper expensive, but it's always going to show a lot of eye visible inclusions. You're going to fall in love with this tourmaline today because it's an incredibly rich saturated color and because it's got brilliant clarity. Yeah, we're talking top tier today. Top tier. Top tier. All right, so get ready for a lot of beautiful pieces. If you are thinking that, oh gosh, I was not planning to buy tourmaline today, well, then stick along, stay along for the ride. Stay along just to watch and learn because these are some really beautiful pieces. Now, the way that you're going to grab these pieces is you're simply going to type in the number. This is shop 1, and you type in that information in the chat below. You hit send, and the Shop LC website will send you back a link to this specific piece, and you'll get a full photographic compendium of every single detail, the ins and the outs. And not only that, we'll spell it out. The size and number of each and every stone, the number, the carat weight, the entire thing. The heading is always going to tell you exactly what it is. This one will say Luxoro Premium Pirano Blue Lagoon Tourmaline, and then all the details show up right there. When it has Luxoro in the band, that's a Shop LC brand. We build and create jewelry for many companies around the world. When it says Luxoro, it's just for you. It's a Shop LC exclusive. We build them, we source them, we make them with our audience in mind, which means, you know, family before friends. That's what it means. It means we take care of our customers. All right, the details here are big. You've got this beautiful, and the description on this will say green, but it's really sort of blue-green, and you can see that gorgeous teal color. Our team that does all the photography work does a fantastic job of giving you multiple angles and shots so that you can see the details on every single piece. All right, there's one beautiful oval in the center of that Lagoon Tourmaline. It's going to weigh about 1 carat. And these are sturdy stones. They're going to be about a 7 or 7.5 on the Mohs scale. This is diamonds on each side. You've got a row of baguettes that are channel set in between. And then you've got another layer of round brilliants on either side that kind of have a French pavé sort of set design. So nice and compact, low on the hand, easy to wear. So let's talk about the savings on this one, okay? Because this is a big, big deal. Now, the price on this one is $14.99.99. It should be $19.99.99. We're at $14.99 on this one. It's a clearance price, and that's very unusual because this is a gemstone in a collection that we have not had in the collection for very long. By the way, one of the very first stones I ever purchased for myself as a gemology student way back in 1988 was this color tourmaline. And it's not very big. It's not very big. It's about, I think it weighs in at about 37 points, if I remember correctly. And I spent about $100 of my gemology student budget on it. It was big. You're taking home a full carat of this one today with diamonds, and they are set in 10 karat white gold. That's what Luxoro tells you. When you see Luxoro, you know it's going to be gold. Sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 14, but it is gold. 14. I'm always going to round up a penny. So it says 14.99.99. I'm doing the math for you. All right. So let's round up to 1,500. You're going to save 25% for the next 48 hours. That's a savings of $375. Okay. $375, which gets you to $1,125 set in white gold. Divide that by 5 budget pays, and you just saved $75 on each and every budget pay. Your budget pay at the normal clearance price is $300, 5 payments, interest free. Yours right now just went down to $225, so you saved $75 on each one of those budget pays. It's a beautiful piece. If you're looking for a piece that fits nice on the hand and still shows up. This is not a ring that blends in. This is not been there, done that, seen that. It's what everybody else is wearing. A recognizable silhouette that's got the finesse of a classic band, diamonds on both sides. The combination of baguettes and brilliant will give you this amazing twinkle effect with both of those diamonds, diamond styles. And you're taking it home for $225. Now, I mentioned the budget pay because that's interest-free without one bit of credit check whatsoever. And it also gives you a 30-day window so that you can get this home, which is important because you're not just shopping for it now in the moment. Maybe you're saying, yes, I want it. That's great. I love that. But maybe you're saying, I need a little bit more time. Estimated retail on a piece like this is about 10 grand. So you've got a substantial savings from the get-go. Think about getting it home for $225, and that gets you that 30-day window. All right, congratulations, everybody. Now, another thing that we're going to do for you on this one. You have the Luxoro Legacy card. This gives you our brand, all right, and this gives you all the detail right down to the item number, and it's going to break down the entire composition of the ring. It's going to tell you 10 karat white gold. Total gem weight is 1.29. And it'll break that down. It'll tell you how much of that gem weight is tourmaline and how much of it is diamonds. But hang on to this. This is important because this you may take to your appraiser and say, look, I want to add this to my homeowners. And it breaks everything down for them right there. So save that. That's something that you put in your jewelry box. And that is a piece, that is a little bit of an item that is your provenance. That proves when and where and how you got it. Just think about that. If that eventually ended up in your granddaughter's collection, wouldn't you want her to know what it is that she has? You would. Or just for the sake of being an informed consumer, you want to have all of that information there. All right, here is option number 2. This is shop 2. Again, very much of a classic design. You're going to get the Luxoro Legacy card, okay, all the details spelled out, but you're also going to get an appraisal and a grading report. And to get an appraisal and a grading report in today's world, those are both very specialized talents. So you'd have to take it to an appraiser, and then you'd have to send it out to a gem lab. You're talking about several months of your precious valuable time and a lot of your precious valuable dollars, several $100s to get both of those done. All right, let's take a look at it. It's a classic. Beautiful silhouette. Do you see what I mean? If you walked into, average XYZ store in Anytown, USA, Any Mall, USA, if you even found one of those, I would feel like, wow, they've really got some chops when it comes to, gemstone proficiency. We're going to do 2 hours of item after item set with these beautiful pieces. Okay. In the center, you have an oval, which is going to be, it's going to be roughly speaking a 7 by 5 millimeter. It's going to weigh in at 82 points. Okay, so that's a big one. A AAA grade, eye clean, excellent cut. Remember, cutting is the sparkle factor. The cutting on a gemstone is what releases all of the natural play of light that a gemstone can possibly do. 25 points of diamonds, full cut round brilliance. Now the appraisal value on this, am I showing that in detail? I don't know if that's even going to focus. Is that focusing in, guys? The appraisal value on this is $4,600. $4,600. How am I doing, DJ?
You know, waiting for it to.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Is it showing up?
Yeah.
Okay. $4,600. Now here's the thing. It's appraised at $4,600. Okay, but your price on this is substantially different. Your price on this is $1,899. This already has 2 5-star reviews. Let's talk about how much you're going to save on this one. Let's take it, round it up a penny for easy math. 1,900 times 25% means you're saving $475. Okay. All right, that takes it down to $1,425. And by the way, this is Luxoro, and look over here. This one is 14 karat, so even richer on the gold concentration. $1,425 divided by 5. Your budget pay is $285. It's appraised at $4,600. You have an appraisal that comes right along with it, and the appraisal is fairly recent. It's December 2024, fairly recent. You normally want to have things looked at and the appraisals checked at intervals of about 18 or 24 months. Some people do it every year. It's going to be up to you. You've got a $4,600 appraisal, and look at that on a hand. That is gorgeous, okay? Classic styling. The 82-point tourmaline is nestled right there in the beginning, in the center, and you see the consistency of that color. It is incredible. Classic halo, and a little bit of kind of a D shape or a half moon on either side. And in the middle of that, beautiful diamonds so that you get a lot of gorgeous visibility. Every one of those main visibility points where your eye goes to rest first and foremost is covered by a beautiful diamond and tourmaline sparkle. $4,800. Your budget pay is $285, and you have a 30-day happiness guarantee on these as well in 14 karat. And think about sometimes wearing a piece like this on a pointer finger. It changes the personality altogether, and you're going to find how easy it is to wear when a piece has a lower profile like that. Isn't that nice? Just the balance on that is so beautiful. The undergallery is finished as well. Some of these will have an L on the undergallery, which stands for Luxoro. I can't tell on this one. So if you see the L on the undergallery, that's just another way that our design team and our manufacturing team have signed their work, just like any of the masters signed work. It's amazing. All right. Really quickly, it's very easy to jump in on any of these. You're going to type in shop and the number. That one is shop 2. You type that in the chat below. You send that off, and the Shop LC website will respond instantly with the link to that particular item, which means you don't have to shuffle, you don't have to hunt, you don't have to search or dig around for it. It comes back to that particular item. You're going to see a very complete description, including carat weight, what the gemstones are, even the measurements in millimeters, and you'll see all of the details and just a photo album of every single piece. Now, gentlemen watching, I'm looking at the collection. I think we have one piece that what we would traditionally call a gentleman's ring. And other than a couple of stylistic details, the difference is really not written in stone, I would say. I have a couple pieces at home that I wear a lot, and they, for all intents and purposes, are a gentleman's ring. But that just means that it's super low profile. Guys aren't like us. They're not willing to suffer for beauty, okay? They just want it comfortable, just make it easy. And that's what this one does. Now, it's called a gentleman's ring because of that profile. Do you see how low that profile is? And that's going to hold true for just about every gent's piece out there. You're going to see stones that are set a little deeper. You're going to see side stones that are probably embedded into the mounting itself. And it's very often that you see in this side-to-side profile, you can see how low it is. Now, that's not a small center stone. Okay, that is not a small center stone. You have the Luxoro Legacy card, and you can see that this one is also 14 karat, so definitely a piece that has lots of staying power. The center stone here is, let me just check, 87 points. And you have a total of 12 diamonds. So you've got lots and lots of, okay, the center stone is going to be about 70 points. The rest of that carat weight is all going to be in diamonds. And notice, it's not just a few stones on the side. You've got a rich halo around the side, and you've got a trilogy of beautiful stones, which are actually almost kind of burnished into the mounting because the diamonds are set so that the top of the diamond is parallel to the top of the ring. So you've got the diamonds and the ring set like this, so they're nice and low. That means they're not going to catch or drag or pull or snag on anything. Little prongs, which come back in and hold everything in place. So prong set here, micro prongs. This is an emerald cut center stone, so you get the angles of the stone and you get the cut corners wrapped in the 14 karat white gold prongs. The whole look is just really, really very high end and very, very affordable. This one, let's just do the math. Remember, live stream price is good for 48 hours. So you're going to save $475 on this one in 14 karat yellow gold. I love saving you money. Brings it down to $1,425 divided by 5 budget pays, $285. Now, your budget pay before the live stream event savings was $380. Your budget pay now is down to $285. That's a $95 savings on each and every one of those 5 budget pays. Gentlemen's pieces, and ladies, listen, we have size 9, and it looks like that might be the only size we have left on this one. But I'll tell you something. There are actually 2 color choices available in this particular piece. We have 9, 13, 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, 15. Now, there are some cases where I would ask about ring sizing. Let me just say that. There's some cases in some pieces where we will adjust the ring size for you free of charge. So reach out to the Personal Shopper Live Stream Dream Team, 888-835-2237. You also have a choice to exchange that Lagoon Tourmaline for a rubellite tourmaline. And rubellite, remember, is the namesake of ruby because it's such an incredible pop of red. So if you would rather have a red center stone, that option is also waiting for you behind the scenes. But remember, we're getting really close now to the holidays, and tourmaline is the birthstone for the month of October, so we're sort of getting a head start on October babies. So happy birthday in advance. But it takes a little bit to get a size adjusted. So if you need a size adjustment, reach out again to the Personal Shopper team and see if they can help you out on that. You get the Luxaro card, and you get a savings of $95 on each particular budget pay. So that's great. So your savings, that's $475. All right, my friends, come along with me because we're going to bring you for the remainder of the show an incredible selection of incredible tourmalines. They're bright, they're vibrant, and the transparency on every single one of these richly saturated stones is just legendary. All right, coming up next. Now, anytime, speaking of brands, anytime you see the word Rhapsody, that's a Shop LC brand as well. And you'll see Rhapsody stamped in the band right here. I'll show you in a second. You'll see Rhapsody here, and then it says PT, which is platinum. That's the abbreviation for platinum, 950. The platinum pieces are 950 parts out of 1,000 platinum. It's a very rich, very concentrated, it's a very pure platinum concentration when you're talking about these bands. If you wanted to do similar in gold, for example, this would have to be set in 22 karat gold. And even that would be less pure than this. So this is a very, very, very high concentration of platinum. And platinum has a different level of wearability. So if you're looking for something that's got a really luxurious concentration of the precious metal and you want a wearability factor that just won't quit, 950 platinum is definitely the way to think about. Think about that for sure. All right, Rhapsody card. You've got the Legacy card, 950 platinum. You have EF and VS diamonds. So when you're talking about Rhapsody pieces, the quality of the diamonds goes up several notches. So it goes from anywhere from I1, I2 to SI1. You increase the grading level of the diamonds by about 5 grades, and that is significant. Even though they're smaller stones, when they're all working in concert like that, all in harmony, you see a visual that the minute that you see it, if you know nothing about diamond grading, you just know, wow, that's good. That's the good stuff. You remember, you have a quality control inspector built inside. That's just part of our human instinct. You'll recognize these instinctively as very high quality pieces. The center tourmaline is a quad A Montebello indicolite. You also have on the sides, it says Paraíba tourmaline, so two standouts in the world of tourmalines. And then you have diamonds, the total carat weight here of 2 carats, the Montebello indicolite and the Paraíba accents as well. Your appraisal on this, the appraisal on this is $8,000, y'all. $8,000? Okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad. You know what? I think I got my cards mixed up here. Hang on a second here. 819. I'm not sure. Okay. Lagoon tourmaline in the center. Okay, 1.76 in the middle. Then you have eye clean, and then you have diamonds as well. So, okay, no Paraíba tourmalines in this one. You have 3 layers of diamonds, 24 points. I'm mesmerized by $8,000 right now. $8,000. There's 2 reviews so far. And remember, Rhapsody pieces are the minuscule part of our collection. So 2 reviews on a Rhapsody piece is a lot. These are both 5-star reviews. Check out the Shop LC shopper reviews on these because they are magnificent. 8, 9, and 10 on the sizes. Let's talk about value. $3,400. Your live stream savings is $850. Okay, that's a big deal. Which means your final price on this one goes down to $2,550. It's an $8,000 appraisal. The appraisal is current. It's May 2025. You can budget pay this 5 payments, interest-free of $510. Yeah. You type in shop 4 right now. You are going to start the wheels a turning, my friends, and they are going to produce this beautiful piece on your doorstep in your mailbox in just a few days. Starting out at $3,400, 5 budget pays at $510. Your budget pay before the live stream savings is $680. That means your live stream savings on this saves you $170 for every single budget pay. Not a little bit off the first payment. It's not like that weird deal with the phones where, you get this payment and then it goes back to the normal payment like tomorrow. You get the live stream savings on all 5 of those budget pays. Even though the price itself is only good for 48 hours, you have locked in that savings for the next 5 months on every single budget pay. It's not like the first payment you save right now because it's live stream and then everything else after 48 hours goes back. No, you have locked in that savings across the board for perpetuity. Every single one of those 5 payments is $170 less than the regular price. And you get the grading report and the appraisal. The grading report is sometimes called a certificate. The certificate means somebody at the accredited gemological institute, and this is a gemological based firm. They use gemologists to do the appraisal. So this is not like I'm going to take it in my Uncle Charlie, my friend's Uncle Charlie is going to do the appraisal. This is legit, okay? You've got gemologists who are doing the appraisal and gemologists who have experience in the industry. So industry recognized professionals who are doing that appraisal. That's important. That third party confirmation is really important for you as a consumer because it means you don't have to rely on me or us at Shop LC. You've got somebody else who's vouching for this, and that's important. That's comfort. That's verifiable. $510, your budget pay right now. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee on that. So get it home. The Lagoon tourmalines are just absolutely gorgeous. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you want to drop a chat below, we'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you're doing out there. If you own tourmaline, I'm just looking around to see if we have any comments happening. Instagram, Facebook. We'll be doing TikTok a little bit later today, but right now we're also on YouTube as well. So drop in and shop to your convenience, to your heart's content. And remember, the live stream shows hang out in the live stream library at shoplc.com. So you can go back and review these shows, unlike our regular live TV shows are like right now and they're done. You can go back and review the live stream shows at the live stream library at shoplc.com. So thank you all for coming along with me this morning. My name is Becky Booker. Been here a long time. Looked at lots of rocks throughout the years because they're just something that fascinate me. There's just something so improbable about the fact that you've got the right minerals and the right concentration exposed to the right conditions so that these little crystals grow on their own in the Earth's surface. And we just happen to be lucky enough to find them. Okay, I told you a story earlier. I thought I only had one gentleman's piece, but I've got two. But this is for sure, I think, the last one. I think it is. Okay. Also an appraisal and a grading report. Okay. And also you have a Rhapsody card. This takes a gentleman's ring to a whole other level. When you look at the size of that stone, that is a big old good one. That's a big old good one, as my granny would say. That's a big old one. That's gorgeous. Oh my goodness gracious. Granny Villarreal, thank you for joining us. John, thank you for joining us. We got lots of folks watching out there this morning. Whew. I'm having a hot flash right here right now because this is so gorgeous. All right. Now the size on this, I got to tell you the story about this because when you look at this and you look at the size, normally it will say 11 by 9 or 10 by 12, or there's, a preset template for the sizes of gemstones. And that's so that they fit into pieces over and over, very repeatable, right? We know about that. When you get to the point where you read the description of an item, a loose gemstone or a set stone, and it says free faceted, that's a big plus. You should have the little light bulb going off on top of your head. You're going to be like, oh, free faceted. That means that this particular single crystal was so special that the gemstone cutter had free reign to design and create the finished stone that yielded the most beautiful results. So they're not constrained by a particular size here, there, or whatever. The directive was make that crystal the most beautiful cut stone possible. If it means you save a little weight, great. If it means you have to polish off a little weight in order to make the stone ultimately more valuable because it's more beautiful, great. You do what you have to do to make it as absolutely gorgeous as possible. Now, regular price, you walk into a fancy place, okay? You walk into a place that specializes in one-of-a-kind luxury items because that's what it is. This would have a price tag right around $16,000 most likely. Remember, it's set in 950 platinum. It's a Rhapsody piece. You've got EF, VS diamonds. Every possibility where you could save a little bit, we said no, we just want the best. But we could use lesser quality diamonds. No, we want the best. We could put this in white gold, 18 karat white gold. No, we want the best. You could negotiate the number of diamonds. No, we want the best. You could make the mounting a little bit lighter. You don't have to use all that platinum. No, we want the best. The bottom line is the Shop LC price on this incredible piece is $43.99, $4,400. Okay, and that center stone will take your breath away. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let me just give you this detail. The center stone is a carat 90, all right? And it's an emerald cut, so it's a quad A. You've got 10 points of diamonds because honestly, you don't need a lot of diamonds when you're talking about this color and white metal. And don't you think there's something so remarkable about that beautiful Lagoon Tourmaline in white metal? It's really, visually speaking, it's just such an elegant combination. So it should be $4,400 with us here at Shop LC. It's on sale for $35.19, so $35.20. Let's do some math. Let's talk savings. $35.20. Let's talk possibilities. Let's dream. $35.20. And we're going to take 25% off of a clearance price in platinum. Your additional savings on a sale price. Listen, if I were the boss of the boss, I'm not so sure I would ever even offer Rhapsody pieces at sale prices because you're talking top tier. You're talking at least top 5% when it comes to quality, design feature. I mean, any value factor that we can add, you're going to find it in the Rhapsody pieces. These are luxury items by anybody's standard, except what you're about to pay for this. Your savings is $880. So $35.20 goes down to $26.40. And by the way, the platinum on this is huge. You've got a very, very hefty gram weight of platinum. The platinum, is about 10 grams. About 10 grams of platinum. $26.40. 5 interest-free budget pays means that your budget pay is $528. $528. Now your budget pay is normally $704. Okay. So you're saving $176 on every single one of those budget pays. I'm going to just put it on my ring finger. Ladies, if this is a design that you think you would like to add to your collection, listen, many of us are very busy and we love the pieces that are a little bit low, a little bit more compact in the design. The first and last consideration that most people make when shopping for a colored stone is the color of the stone. And when you're talking about this particular range of tourmaline, the Lagoon Blues, they are just absolutely fantastic. They're saturated, they're deep, they're impressive. The minute that you see this color, you say to yourself, that's a spectacular color. And it really is. There's just no other color like this in the world of gemstones. All right. How do you get this in your collection? How do you even get it home to take a look at it? It's really easy. You type Shop 5 in the chat below. Shop LC website is already set up. We'll send you a link to this piece. You're going to see the top, the bottom, the inside, the out. You're going to see how it looks on a gentleman's hand, which I appreciate that photograph as well. And you'll get a complete breakdown of all of the components, the size of the stones, the millimeter size, the gauge, the gram weight. You'll see a lot of details. Type in Shop 5 and get over there and go look. This sale price right now at $35.19 is amazing because your appraisal, which comes right along with it, is $8,300. Okay, so you've got an opportunity to pick up a piece that appraises at $8,300. Okay, that's amazing. I mean, come on, that's amazing. Your budget pay, I think, is $528. 5 payments, it takes it to $26.40. Amazing. Okay, we're moving on. Thanks for joining the live stream today, my friends. You have questions you want to talk about? How do I get it sized? What do I do? Any questions whatsoever, please ask them and call the live stream dream team. Let them help you out. That's going to be 888-835-2237 for the live stream team. They would love to help you out with that. We're bringing you Lagoon Tourmaline today, Lagoon Blue Tourmaline, but it's really sort of like Lagoon Teal Tourmaline. It's not blue like a navy blue or a royal blue or a sapphire blue. When we talk about Lagoon Tourmaline, it's this gorgeous combination of blue and green, which gives you just a spectacular teal presentation all the way around.
My favorite.
I know, they're so great.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is this color in the world of gemstones?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No?
Nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's such a standout. Okay, now I'm looking at this. His and hers is sometime a thing, which I think is so wonderful. So if you do want to do his and hers, this might be the way to go. You have a little bit of a different silhouette, but the center stone could definitely be from the same parcel, okay? So very beautiful on that. So you might want to think about these as a his and hers if that's your thing, okay? That's a great way to go. This one is also in 950 platinum. And it is going to be the quad A color. When we show you quad A, that's our top level in colored gemstones. Grading gemstones still takes into consideration color, cut, clarity, and carat weight. But within each variety of gemstone, based on how that particular material grows in nature, you're going to see also a second set of grading, which will be single A, double A, triple A, quad A. When you get to quad A, that's the top. You don't get any better than that. That's the Well, I shouldn't say better because I don't really believe it's better. What you get at quad A is a level of rarity that you just don't experience. You won't get any other better quality than this. You won't find anything more rare. So yeah, quad A tanzanite, same sort of impression, the same sort of level of importance in quad A tourmaline. So that's the rarest of the rare. And in most places, that's going to be the most expensive of the expensives. Now, this one appraises at $11,500. It starts out at about $16,000, what we would think it would be at a luxury retailer, the place where you get the special box. You know, some of those places will even say, "Oh, can I get you a glass of champagne? Would you like some chocolates?" Which there's a lot of grease in the wheel that happens there. We're just going to give you straight up value because honestly, I could tempt you with a box of chocolates and a bottle of bubbly, but is there anything sexier than saving money? Did I just say that out loud? I said that because that's what I believe. Okay. About $16,000 retail. I'm just going to wear your ring for a moment, okay? How many of these do we have, DJ?
We have, like 4.
I've never heard you make that sound before. TJ's just went
I've never
panic.
heard it either.
Did you hear that? He was like, ooh. Are you okay, DJ?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have 4. And that's important because if we had 5, or if we had 20, or if this were a repeatable process, we would have more. But you got to remember, we source the stones. In many cases, our expert lapidary artisans facet the stones. So we find them, we build them, we design them, we produce the mountings. This mounting was produced in our workshops, okay, by our designers, by our metalsmiths. And platinum ain't easy. Platinum's a tough metal to work with, y'all. It requires a lot of heat, a lot of time, a lot of skill. It's like, okay, I need a lot of heat to get me to the flow point, but hurry up because I'm going back to solid real quick. It's not easy. Platinum's picky, all right? This is $950 platinum on top of everything else. Let's talk about saving dollars, okay? $41.40. I'm going to round up that extra penny for math. Wow. Starts out at $16,000, y'all. I mean, everyday price on this is going to be about $4,600. We've already knocked off about $500 just to put it in clearance mode, which is more than 10%, by the way. So we're down to $41.40 and 25%, which is your live stream. Thank you for joining us today. That price is good for 48 hours. You're going to save $41.40 times 25%. You're going to save $1,035 on this? Yes, you are. All right. I'm not mad at you. You're in the right place at the right time. Over $1,000 of savings on a sale price at Shop LC with the Quad 8 Tourmaline set in platinum with top quality diamonds. Your price on a $16,000 piece, conservatively appraised at 11. Your price just went down to $3,105. Your budget pay, 5 budget pays, goes down to $621. Your budget pay was originally $828. You saved $207 on every single budget pay. The price is good. If you want to come in and get the deal is good for 48 hours. But the savings stretches out over the entire budget pay timeline. So your first payment of $621 will be the same as the final 5th payment of $621. That's right. You just locked in an extra 25% savings by getting your first budget pay right now. Now, listen, it's a clearance price. If you've got a different payment option, if you've got a great credit card in your arsenal and it gives you 12 months interest free, call the personal shopping team, set it up right now and start that payment. Whatever works for you works for you. But understand this, there is no additional interest. That budget pay is not a Shop LC credit card. These are not, this is not crazy math. This is very simple, straightforward savings. Easy to follow, easy to understand, reliable, verifiable. You lock in that live stream price right now and you save $201 on every single budget pay. That's a deal, y'all. That's a deal. And it's a beautiful piece. And here's the best part about it. If you get this home and on the 25th, on the first day, on the second day, on the third day, you finally open the box because your hands have finally stopped shaking. And you say, oh gosh, okay, well, you know what? Whatever the reason is, that's not for me. Put it in the box, send it back. There's no restocking fee. There's no penalty, nothing. You get a full 30-day opportunity to get this home and fine-tooth comb it, y'all. Go through it, top, bottom, up, down. Take it to somebody that, brew a pot of coffee, invite your best friend over. Somebody with a jeweler's loop, tell them, bring it over. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty details. And then take out your appraisal, $11,500. Put it on your hand. Take a selfie. Send it to your mama, your best friend, your aunt. Send it. And have somebody else tell you what a beautiful, smart choice it is. And if that's not the conclusion that you get to and you send it back, that is okay because there is no restocking fee within that 30-day window. Man, it's a great day here at Shop LC. Love bringing you these deals, Lagoon Tourmaline. Really easy to join us, my friends. If you already own this beautiful gemstone, chime in the chat so I can see you out there if you love Lagoon Tourmaline. If there's another variety of tourmaline that you want or that you own or that you're really passionate about, please share it with us as well. My name is Becky Booker, and we're going to be doing this now for about another 1 hour and 8 minutes, and we've got some pieces to get through, so I better hurry up and get along here. Get along. All right, tourmaline, notorious for lots and lots of colors. One of the details, one of the givebacks for color in tourmaline is that sometimes it's not always crisp. When you're talking about color in gemstones, there's a lightness or a darkness that happens because the stone can be a little bit, you don't notice it, but there's an undertone that can be a little bit brownish or a little bit grayish. Okay, that's the tone. It happens in tourmaline a lot. When it's less obvious or when it's not really happening, what you get is this incredible, brilliant expression of color, and that's what these have. You get this crisp, bright, teal color that is unlike anything else out there in the world when it comes to gemstones. And when you're talking about Lagoon Tourmaline, they're just exceptionally precious. All right, this one's in platinum. Let's talk about the savings. This was going to be shop 7. Your appraisal is $16,800. Hello, gorgeous. The center stone is 2.58 carats. So you look at this, and this is seriously, this is like the size of a school bus in the world of this color tourmaline. This is so magnificent. And you know what? A lot of brides out there, you're looking for something that's not just the traditional diamond. You want something that's got color or presentation. Maybe you're marking a special milestone and you want that important piece. Maybe you own one platinum piece of jewelry and this is it. Very wise choice. All right, let's talk about the savings. Regular price on this, $35,000 at regular retail. Here at Shop LC, about $6,700. I'm rounding up that extra penny, $67. Let's figure your live stream 25% savings. 67, 25% means that you're saving $1,675. That's the savings. Okay, so we just knocked off over $1,600. And let's see what's going to happen on that budget pay now. Get ready. Get ready. Big time happening. In 950 platinum brings it down to $5,025. Divided by 5 budget pays. You can budget pay this at $1,005. Yes, your first budget pay gets this home. There's one 5-star review. This is a Quad A Pure No Lagoon Tourmaline EF VS Diamonds and set in 950 platinum. That is a gorgeous piece. It looks absolutely stunning. And that's what happens when you don't have to spend any extra money on a design team. You don't have to spend any extra money or months waiting for a gemstone hunter or a specialty gem store to get these in line for you. We have them available. Now, very limited quantities on these because these are very rare. They're all going to be top grade for a category, Quad A, which means they are very, very rare and very few and far between. So please don't wait around. Don't overthink this. Follow your instinct. If you've got room in your budget for that, then just go ahead and jump in and get it. And if you have any questions that we haven't covered here, please reach out to the live stream team because most of these are going to be single-digit availability. For sure, there's not more than 2 dozen in any of these. 888-835-2237. There's that holiday event, or there's that event or that moment where we mark that moment with an important piece of jewelry. And these are all just so rich and so elegant. But everyday wearable. I mean, seriously, everyday wearable. They're not overly done. They're not stuffy. There's just a certain level of elegance that you only get from combining all the top quality elegance. All right, that one is going to be shop 7, so check that out behind the scenes. I've got another little beauty coming up for you now. Now let me just show you a little bit of a style difference. Now, you look at those and you might think, oh, well, that's sort of variation on theme. It is. But here's the thing. These come in very limited parcels. A parcel is one grouping of stone. So you look at these and you can see that this is the one that we just did. This is what we have now. But they're 2 entirely different shapes, which means you can't take this stone and put it in this mounting, and you can't take this mounting and put it in that. You can't do that. These are very, very gemstone specific. They're very treasure specific. This one happens to be an Asher cut, it looks like. And that means it's going to have extra faceting, but it's going to have a symmetrical shape. So beautiful color and gorgeous cutting on that. It's going to be one of the most brilliant of the step cut stones that you can get. And those extra facets are really, really incredible. All right, $75.99. That's huge. Okay, that's an incredible deal. Rhapsody Legacy card, spelling it all out, and the appraisal and the certificate that comes right along with it. So the grading and the appraisal. Wow. This is the one that has the Paraíba Tourmaline accents. Now, Paraíba Tourmaline are a whole other level. These beautiful bright blues have the presence of chromium. Yeah, I'm sorry, copper. These are cuprite stones. These are copper-bearing stones. Something magical happens when you add copper into the mix of tourmaline. You get gemstones that almost seem to glow. They're known for that glowing sort of color. So you've got a level of exclusivity, you've got a level of rarity, and you've got a combination of two incredibly rare gemstones within the same gemstone family. You could argue that the Paraíba tourmalines are more significant and more rare and perhaps even more valuable than the rest of the piece itself. But we'll save that philosophical discussion for another day. These stones right now are some of the most expensive and most rare and most difficult stones to source on the planet. For all intents and purposes, the Paraíba tourmalines have been just gone, except for dribbles here and there. To take this stone, that Lagoon tourmaline in the center starts out at 4.6 carats. It's a quad A, eye clean, excellent cut. And then to wrap them in Paraíba tourmalines, also quad A, 21 carats. So a fifth of a carat of those is a level of unexpected luxury and elegance that will bring joy to your face, a smile to your face every time you look down at your hand. Graceful, elegant, very much wearable every single day. Do not put this in your jewelry box and save it for special occasions. Did you wake up today? It's a special occasion. Wear your tourmaline ring. You will be happy that you did. 34 points of diamonds. Altogether, this one weighs in through 8.3 grams of platinum and 5.15 noticeable, elegant, luxurious carats. Let's talk savings. 25% live stream savings right here, right now, today. I'm going to give you a price. And DJ, can you switch to this shot that you have on this monitor on my right hand side here, because I want to show you something really cool. We've started adding a new feature to the website. Yeah, that one. Can you do that? Okay, he's magic. He's Mr. Magic. All right, hold on. Let me figure out your savings. Then I'm going to show you some cool thing. So regular at Shop LC is $75.99. So $7,600 at Shop LC. $7,600. Don't ask me why these are on sale. Don't ask me why we do this. This is an incredibly deep discount. You're going to save $1,900. Breathe. That gets it done to $5,700. Okay, and you can budget pay that if you want at $1,140. But here's the thing. Okay, I'm showing you this little card. This is your grading report and your certificate. Okay, your certificate and your appraisal. In some of these cases, the newer generation, okay, that we've added to the website, if you click this little tab right there, it says certificate, you can view that and it will bring up this very same little document. Okay, so you can view that ahead of time, so you can easily do that. Now, look at your sizes. Okay, so there's a multitude of sizes, and this is one of those pieces that we will probably do the sizing for you if you need to. Your budget pay is $1,140. And again, even though the price itself is good for 48 hours, and 48 hours it's no longer this price. It goes back to $75.99. But when you make your first payment today, you've locked in your live stream 25% savings. So please consider that. And look at that on the hand. I mean, that is gorgeous. If you want to see how popular these stones are, go to Facebook and check out the Shop LC VIP page, you're just going to see a common sense approach to how to shop for and own luxury items. And when you're looking at the Shop LC Rhapsody line, they are gorgeous luxury items. And you didn't have to worry about the fuss and bother and nonsense of making an appearance at, whatever store and however far away it was. We literally bring this level of luxury to your doorstep. It's not a bit easier. It's the real deal. And I love being part of this team because of that one very thing, giving you something that's luxury by not only our definition, very experienced gem hunters, very experienced gemologists behind the scenes, but something that is universally recognized and accepted as a luxury item. There are a couple of financial gurus out there who say, if you want to hedge your bets in this world of financial uncertainty, you should be buying precious metal, gold, silver, whatever. But those same financial gurus will tell you that the top tier of gemstones and jewelry may also help to serve as a hedge against inflation, something that gives you long-term value. There's no chart that tells you how much and how frequently these will increase in price. But I think we can all agree that long-term, these beautiful pieces of jewelry that feature top-end designing, very expensive, luxurious metals like 950 platinum and very limited top quad A gemstones, you can almost see how that's going to make sense in your mind long term. It's not one of those things that you buy today and you sell it tomorrow, and it's not a commodity that's traded like gold and silver. But if you're thinking long term and you want something that may cost a little bit more than you expect it today, but you're looking for a better than average longevity when it comes to value and the wow factor, there's just not going to be anything better than the Rhapsody collection here at Shop LC. So think about that. And, do some shopping. It might not be the piece that you just think about. You're just right now, I'm going to get it today. But long term, there'll be pieces that you really appreciate that you went out on a limb, so to speak. And I'm just, I've got 2 platinum pieces that I bought exactly that way. I just approached it with the budget pay, the nibble until it's done kind of thing. And it's something that I would say is a very wise choice, and it's very doable. We give you also opportunities just in this collection today with many different price points and many different silhouettes. This is not just cookie cutter jewelry. Every single piece is beautifully individually styled and created, something that is again, so rich and so luxurious and so elegant. And when you're talking Lagoon Tourmaline, this is just such a powerful color. All right, that one is Shop 9. You can get that one behind the scenes, but now we're going to be moving on to this one. And you can't help but notice those little proverbial pops of color, that little bit of extra teal that pops in. And check out this. Stacked, horizontally stacked pairs of baguettes all the way around. I mean, the design team has outdone themselves on this one. Tourmaline lends itself very much to step cut stones, Asher cuts and emerald cuts and that kind of thing. But this one is noticeably different. This is a round, fancy, brilliant oval. I'm sorry, an oval, fancy, brilliant. It's not round. It's a fancy oval, brilliant. I'm in love with this stone today, y'all, and it's just amazing. I mean, I'm just like a big old goosebump bringing you these beautiful pieces. Okay, this one, 950 platinum, so absolutely part of our Rhapsody line, and you're going to see it here, PT Platinum 950, and you'll see Rhapsody over here in the corner, but amazing on this one as well. Now, the start price is right around $10,000, which means you're going to save $2,500 on this one. I can do that math in my head. One review, and it's 5 stars. It's absolute perfection on the review. Can we look at the review? Sure. Okay. One review. The way that you've got you think diamond, platinum, tourmaline, how can you do that? Absolutely beautiful ring. Donna B writes in, I love the color and the size. Looks so rich and is a knockout. Tony is my favorite for sure. Yeah, you want to talk about somebody who will give you the inside scoop on tourmaline, these beautiful Brazilian treasures. You listen to Tony D, and he'll give you all the details. So thankfully, we're tuned into that source and tapped into that source, and we can bring you it pretty much direct. Thank you, Donna B, here in the U.S., for trusting Shop LC with your jewelry legacy, and wear it with much health and glamour, my friends, because this is gorgeous. This one is going to be Shop 9. Love it. You get the grading report, you get the appraisal and the grading report. This one appraises for $22,700. You're taking it home for $7,500. Is that right, math? Let's just do that, Becky Booker. Yep. Yeah. You saved $2,500. I don't know where you can drive in today. And first of all, even find this design. I mean, think about how rare and exclusive the design is in and of itself. I mean, that is just supremely elegant. You have this beautiful combination of essentially prongs that are finished off to look like these beautiful platinum little beads that are sprinkled throughout the mounting, which give you design and style, but also strength and stability. So we've done it in such a way that it just looks so rich. And the cut on that tourmaline, the deep blue color on that tourmaline, the deep teal presentation on that is nothing less than absolute top shelf. And look at the pot of Eva tourmalines all the way around. Stacking the pot of Eva tourmalines, you've got these beautiful pairs of exotic gemstones all the way around. And remember, those are top quality diamonds. You've got EFVS on the diamonds as well. This is one of those pieces that you might want to think about wearing as a presentation piece, because it sits there beautifully. It tapers very nicely on the back. So anytime you have a really nice taper on the back that's, 1 to 2 millimeters, or maybe like 2 millimeters, it will fit in that little notch where your finger meets your palm, and it will just sit there. I mean, it will fit like a glove. You will look down at your hand and you'll think to yourself, do I have a designer on speed dial making these pieces just for my hand? That's what it'll feel like. Appraised at over $22,000. You're taking it home for $74.99, and you can budget pay that if you want to do that as well. I think it's $1,005. $1,500 on the budget pay. Now, your budget pay was $2,000. I mean, think about the improbability of that. We send it to you with your first payment, and then without any other interest, no other interest. We just hold on to that. You enjoy wearing this. You enjoy the compliments, the oohs and the ahs, the just mind-blowing experience, just the wonderful experience of owning and wearing this while you're making those other interest-free payments behind the scenes for the next 4 months. And then you get to the 5-month point and you're done. You own it. It's forever and always. And it becomes an instant family heirloom. It becomes an instant personal treasure. Wear it well, because it is something that will just bring joy to your everyday life. You'd be surprised how beautiful you feel when you're wearing something like this, okay? All right, the budget pay is $1,500. The appraisal comes right along with it. You can view the detail of the appraisal online. Type in Shop 9, and when you go back to the Shop LC website, the little spot under the sizing that says certificate, you can click on that, and you will see a close up of this detail. Okay, save this card, because that is your legacy card for this piece. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Okay, I think that one goes there. Getting all my details. This is in, my that's put in. And, there's another thing. DJ, can you go to the checkout page on the next one? Because we have thank you. We have another thing that we've added, and it's in response to customer comments. This one also has a certificate. Oh, gosh. Okay, this one is not in a size that fits me. Maybe it is. No, it's not. I'm not even going to try. Because when you do that, okay, let's see. Can you go to checkout now? Let's see. Because, there it is. Okay. Now, what is free shipping is going to happen on all of these today, but I'm looking for the little insurance policy that you can buy. Mm-hmm. What is it called? Secure Shield. I think it's called Secure Shield. I'm looking. I'm sorry. Pardon me for not giving you my full attention right now. But anyway, it's called Secure Shield, okay? And I think we would have to get further into the payment process. But look for it at payment process because it's called Secure Shield. And for many years, you all out there have been saying, can you give me, like a warranty program or something? I want a warranty program. And so our team came up with something called Secure Shield. And it's available. It's available at checkout. So if that's something that you feel is of value to you and you don't live near a jeweler or, you just want to make sure, for sure, check out Secure Shield because for a little bit extra, you can add the warranty program to these pieces. And when you're talking about a piece like this that's so rare and so exotic and so complex and rich, you might want to think about doing that. Okay, so it's called Secure Shield and you'll see it on the checkout window. Okay, so good for you. Okay. Sorry about that little segue. We are talking about Lagoon Tourmaline today. And seriously, I mean, I wish it's not the temperature in the room. Okay. Normally it's kind of chilly in the room. So that's okay. I get that. I've been doing this a long time, but the goosebumps today are just from, listen, if I had the time and the gas money, I would deliver every single one of these to you personally because there is a level, there is something that happens to you when you see the good stuff. And, I used to say, oh, that's just yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't really happen, blah, blah, blah. It happens, okay? And I've seen it happen. I experience it myself. Pretty much every show, there's the aha moment where you go, wow. But I've been in this industry and helped people shop for jewelry long enough to know that happens. And it doesn't happen just because these are platinum pieces or just because this is Lagoon Tourmaline. You could have that experience where you connect with that option, you connect with that moment. It means you've made that time capsule connection where you realize that for your definitions, for your experience in this world, that's a significant thing. For whatever it is, okay, for whatever reason it is, it's just you and that thing, and it's there. It's the aha moment. These are aha moments because they're just so rare and so exotic. Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, DJ, but in the set stones, I think this is our largest one. Is that right in the show today?
Let's see. Looks like it.
Yeah. Now, we describe this as an octagon, okay? So if you want to talk geometry, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So technically, geometrically, it's an octagon. But in the world of gemstones and jewelry, you see this referred to quite often as an emerald cut because this is the shape that most gem cutters will choose for an emerald crystal because an emerald can be kind of brittle. And so to protect the stone, they square off the corners to make it easier to set and to increase the longevity of the stone as in its cut form. So we call this I grew up in this business and I call it an emerald cut. You see it described as an octagon. Both of those are perfectly acceptable. So just so you know, old school, new school. Okay. Old dog, new trick, whatever. But this one is the most substantial piece. And because it's elongated, it sort of looks a lot bigger than it actually weighs. I mean, I looked at this and I thought, that's got to be 7 carats. And then I look at the detail and it's 4.68. And that's one of the things that you see with the fancy cuts. A round shape requires a certain symmetry. And very often the bottom half of the stone is going to be about 2/3 of the stone. When you're talking about an emerald cut or an oval or even an Asher cut, you're going to see that the stone will tend to spread out so that you'll see from the top down, it looks large. I mean, that looks big. And I really expected that to be about 6.5 or 7 carats, but it weighs in at 4.68 because it doesn't have to be super deep. All of the carat weight can be spread out on this beautiful visual on top of your hand. Talk about creative use of space. Yes, please. Okay. This is gorgeous. Really rich saturated color, incredible clarity. This one weighs in at 4.68 carats. It's a quad A. You've got, let's see. EF diamonds, 5.31 carats. So you're talking about a total of about 34 points of diamonds. And then, did you notice it? Did you see it? Did you go, oh, wow? Because I sort of gave it away talking about goosebumps. Look at this. This is all Pata Eva Tourmaline. It's so great. That color combination, I don't know if the center stone accents the Paraíba or if the Paraíba deepens and darkens and enriches the center stone. I don't know. It's either or, and it's also both. This is magnificent. It's spectacular. Let's talk about savings. You've got a live stream 25% opportunity right now. The deal goes off the table in 48 hours, but if you lock in right now and you make one budget pay with the 25% savings, every single one of those budget pays gets the live stream deal. Are you ready for this? Okay. Why do I have MC Hammer playing in my head? I don't know. 9,300 times 0.25. You be quiet. You hush. No, I'm not wearing funky pants. Well, maybe I am. I don't know. Okay, your savings on this is $2,300. $2,325. And I'm going to do it again just to make sure. I'm going to round up a penny for easy math. 9,300 times 0.25. Your savings on this is $2,325. Now stop for just a second. And DJ, this screen that you're showing me over here, can you pop that up over here again for me? He's going to make it happen because he's good. I can't do what he does. I'm just saying. I can't do you, DJ. I really, I can't do DJ.
DJ is actually a skilled Jedi.
I'm telling you, yeah. DJ and Elias both. I mean, they're just like playing all the screens back there. Okay. Your savings, here's your savings, okay? That's your savings. $2,300, that's backwards. $2,325. Look at your budget pay. Your budget pay before your live stream savings is $1,800. You saved a budget pay plus $500 when you lock it in. Lock in the live stream savings. Do it now. Call Personal Shopping, 888-835-2237. If you want to see their certificate, the grading report, do it here. Y'all, there is not another ring like that from any other company on the planet. We only have how many?
We have...
Listen, it's not going to be a big number.
Like 5.
There is not do you have the experience? Listen, I love to wear bracelets, okay? We went to a little art show a couple weekends ago. And I'm the cool granny now. I have a long flowing dress and a floppy hat and my big glasses. And I looked around and I'm like, dang, every other granny here is dressed the same way as I was. Like, I'm no longer the trendsetter. I'm just following the trend. Okay. This is a trendsetter. This is a showstopper. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So figure we're starting here at 9,300. Okay. Your 25% savings, which is your live stream thank you, takes $2,325 off of that price, okay? Let's look at that. Let's look at what that means on the monthly. So it takes it down to $6,975 divided by 5. Yeah, you can interest-free budget by that, $1,395. $1,395. 5 payments of $1,395. And this incredible once-in-a-lifetime luxury item becomes part of your collection, your family legacy, your heirloom quality collection. And you locked in the savings. So now your budget pay goes from $1,860 down to $1,395. $1,395 minus $1,860. $1,860 minus $1,395. In addition to saving more than one budget pay on the regular price, you're saving on the monthly $465 on the budget pay. That's an incredible deal. And by the way, these come packaged like absolutely gorgeous packaging. This rich, beautiful stamped Rhapsody box. Which only increases the experience and the luxury and the wow factor. So definitely worthy of consideration on this one, especially considering that we only have 5 left. Now, if you get this home, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you've locked in the 25% live stream savings. So each one of your budget pays goes from $1,860 down to $1,395. Incredible. Incredible. The pot even Tourmalines just absolutely rock. We could have done that with a double row of diamonds. That would have been absolutely spectacular. But there's just something so unexpected, so over the top about adding those pot Eva Tourmalines. Not over the top in a showy way, but over the top in just unconventional designing. Just something that is out there to give you such a top shelf experience, because we really want to do that. No matter where you're shopping, my friends, if you're shopping on the Rhapsody end of the collection, or you're shopping on Friday on the Under 10 collection, hopefully you appreciate that this is all by design. We are very happy to be your family jeweler. That's the thing that we want most in life. We want to be your family jeweler. We want to be the person that brings the value and the details and the variety in every single experience. Because you look at this and yeah, it's a piece of jewelry. Okay, it's a piece of jewelry. But you know what? You know what that is? That is a time capsule. You make your vows. You renew your vows. You get a certain promotion. You get to a certain point where you say, you know what? I'm just gonna do something wonderful for myself. And that's a great thing. I remember when these pieces, still in so many places in today's world, these are just unattainable items. And I love the way that we crush that barrier and we invite everybody into the table. And whether you get pieces like this or not, maybe you get one or maybe you get none, I at least want you to have the knowledge that when you get to that point, we are here to serve you. And if you don't, we still have many beautiful treasures at every price point. And that's kind of the perfect segue to the next piece, because this one is a whole different price point. Still certified, still appraised, still done in 950 platinum. But look at what we've done. A smaller scale. So it's done in such a way that it's still extremely elegant. It's still very much forever and always, but we're going to take affordability to a whole other level. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even mention this. The appraisal on the one that I just showed you is $22,000. $22,000. Okay. And some people have said to us, your appraisals are kind of conservative. You can make that argument, but I don't know. Okay. We send it off. Somebody does what they do. They send it back to us. It's a closed process. We're not in that loop. Okay. Okay, this one is beautiful. You've got an incredible look and feel on this one. Thank you all for joining us out there. And listen, if you're liking the show, set some time aside and make sure you join us. You can watch the live streams on the app. You can watch the live streams on your smart TV. You can go back on the website and review them. But it would be so nice if you would join us on the daily. We're doing 5 shows every single day, Monday through Friday, 8, 10, 12, right? 8, 10,
12.
8, 10, 12, 4, no.
2 and 6.
8, 10, 12.
2 and 6 p.m.
8, 10, 12, 2 and 6.
Wait, no 12 p.m. show.
Oh, 8, 10.
Yeah, TikTok at 12:30, yes.
Okay, so TikTok is separate. It's at 12:30. You can watch on TikTok.
But these live streams are 8 a.m., 10 a.m.,
2 p.m.
2 p.m., and 6 p.m.
8, 10, 2, and 6.
Correct.
8, 10, 2, and 6. Is there one at 8 p.m. too?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, so 8, 10, 2, and 6. Okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8, 10, 2, and 6. If there's a pop quiz in like 30 seconds, I'm going to fail it. You know that, right?
We've been changing and adding so many shows
Have
to
you?
test.
Okay.
Which is great.
Okay,
we want to make sure that we're optimized for the viewers at hand.
Okay, so if there's a time that works for you, drop it in the comments below, because we want to be here when you want us to be here. We want to meet you when you want to be met, right? So let us do that. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we have 3 shows on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
And they are?
10, 2, and 6.
Yes.
10, 2, and 6 on Saturday and Sunday. 10, 2, and 6 on Saturday and Sunday. And every day TikTok is at 12:30?
Yes, it is.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. Back to Lagoon Tourmaline. I thought it was going to be helpful, but I just think I confused everybody. I'm so sorry about that. I confused myself. Woo, okay. Hey, if you know Becky Booker,
Hey, you know what?
Confusal comes easy to this gal. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. What I'm not confused about was to get you back to where I need to be, and hopefully where you want to be. is Lagoon Tourmaline, because, we come across, if you've been watching Shop LC for a while, we had access to a stone about 10 years ago when I visited Tanzania that came from the Mahenge Spinel mine. And we were able to source just a minuscule amount of stones of red spinel from the Mahenge mine. And then we had a few pinks, and they were just absolutely brilliant. And spinel is one of my personal favorites. We have not had Mahenge spinel available in the dark reds for over a decade. And so I want you to understand that when I tell you that we get these stones parcel by parcel, that is absolutely the truth. And the reason that happens is because, we're shoppers at heart. We're value centric at heart. We get lots of offers at this point. We get bombarded by, stone dealers and manufacturing partners and all the way across. I mean, I can see them come across sometimes when I'm doing the live shows in the evening, in the early morning. I can see them come across. They'll be from all over the world. But our buying team knows how to say yes, and that's important. But most importantly, the buying team knows how to say no. If it's not a great value, if it's not good quality for the money, if it's not something that's going to add value to your collection, we just say no thank you, and we keep going. We actually turn away and decline about 80% of the offers that we get. 80%. Think about that. I mean, that's a lot. That's going through a lot of stuff. We do a lot of digging and a lot of QC ahead of even putting pieces together. So when I tell you that Lagoon Tourmaline is something that's very challenging to get, I hope you would take that to heart and find something in this collection that fits your budget, fits your profile, something that is a magical experience, and add it to your collection, because there will come a time when we won't get these anymore. This is also a level of gemstone. When you talk about collectability, this is not like, okay, I'm going to walk down the milk aisle and today they just don't have 2% lactose free. This is not a regular offering. Many of these stones are discovered one or two at a time in the midst of an entire batch of Lagoon Tourmaline, or blue tourmaline or green tourmaline, that are far less collectible, far less rare. So there are those moments in every batch or every mining parcel where you cherry pick the best of the best, the rarest of the rare. And it might be one or two in each allotment. And what does a gemstone dealer do? They set them aside. And then a few more carats come in, another grouping comes in, and they go through the sorting process. Oh, those are cherry picked and put aside. And now instead of 3 or 4, now eventually we have 7 or 8. That's how these stones get to the marketplace. Now, the reason that you find these in abundance right now at Shop LC is because we're connected to the source, and we have the ability to work with that source that says, yes, we have a place in our collection, in the collections of some of our shoppers who will want to add these to their collections. And that's how this whole process happens. But it means that our design team starts from scratch with every single offering, and they come up with designs. There's something about Lagoon Tourmaline, its level of rarity, that deserves this elevated presentation. And by that, everything we've had in the show today has been either 10 karat, 14 karat, or platinum. So you're going to see very high quality materials used, because that's the quality of the tourmaline that you're getting. Very high quality, very rare, very exotic. Something that you might not understand the rarity of it and the importance of it now, but as you own it, as you wear it, as you fall in love with it every time you put it on, you'll learn more and more about it, about how rare and exotic these pieces are. All right, in Platinum 950, you've got an oval. And the oval Fancy Brilliant on this has a different kind of sparkle and twinkle than any of the step cut stones. So this one is going to be 1 carat. It's a quad A, it's eye clean, and it's excellent cut. Eye clean and excellent cut are big value boosts when you're talking about tourmaline, not to mention the saturation of that color, y'all. And then you've got side diamonds, 17 points, EFVS full cut, which means every single diamond in this particular piece has 57 facets. These are cut with the same precision and the same attention to detail and the same facet placement as you would get in a full 1 carat round brilliant. Very beautiful, time-consuming faceting just on the diamonds. All right. The appraisal on this is $6,300. Your Shop LC price today, outside of live stream, is $2,300. $2,300. And what would you pay for a top quality, extremely rare, 1 carat oval fancy brilliant diamond? So let's think about this as maybe an engagement ring, because it sort of has that DNA. Not necessarily. It looks great on the right hand as well, but when you see a center stone surrounded by a halo of diamonds, something about that just goes, oh, that might be an engagement ring. Perfect. You would spend a bundle of money for an earth mine diamond in a 1 carat that has all the same attributes of this beautiful tourmaline. But because it's tourmaline and because it's Shop LC, we're going to save you a bunch of money. Starting out at $2,300, now your budget pay is $460. Your savings is $475. So we've already saved you more than one full budget pay to bring down the overall price, okay? So you're at $575 on your live stream savings, okay? Now we look at the adjusted price that reflects the live stream savings, and you're down to $1,725. 5 interest-free budget pays, $345. You lock it in today with a $345 payment. And not only do you get 5 interest-free payments and the grading report and the appraisal, but every single one of your budget pays goes from $460 to $345, because even though the overall price is only good for 48 hours, when you make that first payment, you have locked in the live stream savings, and that will trickle down to every single budget pay. So every single budget pay is $345 instead of $460, okay? That means every budget payment is a savings of $115. $1,725 as it is with the live stream 25 savings. Type that in at checkout. It will be adjust automatically. Check out the Secure Shield if you want the extra warranty program and get it home. And you still have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's set in 950 platinum. Okay, so yeah, definitely, most definitely. Thank you guys for coming in on that one. Now, next item up is also a Rhapsody piece. And we're getting into another another oval fancy brilliant, but this one has 2 rows of diamonds. So you've got a double diamond halo, and then you have diamonds on the shoulders. Now you've got a really interesting design on this one. Very sort of cathedral setting, but at the same time it's nice and low. And by cathedral setting, we mean that the ring itself, the shoulders of the ring, they don't stop here and have the head setting on top, but literally the shoulders of the ring sweep up so that it almost becomes this kind of setting. So really cool on that. You get this really sort of architectural design. You still get a beautiful undergallery on that. And this is set in 950 platinum. Let's talk details. Are you ready? Appraised and graded. Okay, so you get the grading report and the appraisal. Appraises for $8,000. Your everyday Shop LC price is $46.99. Okay, let's go to $4,700. Round up the penny. 25% on the savings means you save $1,175. $1,175 is your live stream savings. Type in the code LIVE25 when you check out. This is also available in half sizes. You want to talk to the live stream dream team, 888-835-2237. Just about every size is available right now, including those half sizes. $1,175 is your savings, but the budget pay right now before you apply the live stream is $940. So again, we have saved you at least one plus of the budget pays on that regular price, which is a steal. I mean, there's appraises at $8,000, and the Shop LC price is $4,700. $1,175. Adjust that to the price. It brings it down to $35.25. Divide that by 5 because you have just locked in your live stream savings on every single budget pay. Your budget pay now goes from $940 to $705. That's $235 instant savings, and it applies to every single budget pay. When you get it home, promise me that you're going to be the very first person to come back and review this. All right. That's promise number 1. Promise number 2, put it on your hand, take a selfie, post it on the Shop LC VIP page and just see the great response you're going to get from the VIPs. Because you know what? They know, okay? The VIPs, they know. I think we're over 6,000 people now on the Shop LC VIP page. So it's a robust community. I've seen people from this side of the country and that side of the country, neighbors only on Facebook, and they become fast friends just because they connected and bonded over a shared mutual passion. Everybody in your circle of family and friends, maybe they're not a jewelry aficionado. Maybe this is something where you're kind of like the lone wolf in your circle of family and friends. The Shop LC VIP page is a great place to hang out. So promise me you'll do those two things. Post a review and then post a selfie on the Shop LC VIP page. That's great, guys. This is set in 950 platinum. And depending on the size, the average gram weight on the platinum is going to be somewhere between 5 and 6.5 grams. It'll be a little bit more if you're a larger size, a little bit less if you're a smaller size, but still no compromise in the magnificence or the presence or the beauty of these pieces. They are standout pieces. And every single one of these has been single digits. So we do not have a lot of these. So please, if you're thinking about it, you want to explore a little on this card, a little on that card. You want to ask about PayPal credit. That's what the Shop LC live stream Dream Team does for you. They help you figure out what your sweet spot is so that you can say yes. 888-835-2237. Thank you so much for getting in on those. We're going to get through the rest of these. We only have a couple, and we don't. I'm not kidding you, my friends. When you're talking about something that's got this level of rarity, you want to get it. We don't waste your time. Your time is precious and valuable. We're not going to waste your time if we can't bring you a good deal. That's our promise. I mean, delivering joy. And listen, I'm going to sound like your granny here, and that's okay, because I am a granny. But don't be fooled by the fact that, somebody else is offering you 60 payments on something. There are places right here in Central Texas. They're going to ramp up the ad campaign really soon. They're going to say, come in the store. You can get 60 payments on blah, blah, whatever it is. Honey, if it doesn't have 4 tires and a steering wheel, don't expect me to make 60 payments on it, okay? And even then, I'm a haggler. I'm a negotiator. I'm a shopper. This is your reward. When you shop with us at Shop LC, these kind of values are your reward for being a value seeker, a deal dreamer, a value shopper. This is your reward. Welcome to the community where we all sort of think along the same lines. Doesn't mean that there's any compromise. You got top quality stuff in every single one of these. And now we're back to that proverbial pop of color, which is none other than How You Doing Pataiba. That's a good looking ring, my friends. And again, we didn't have to put those in. It would have been, it's less money. We could have saved money and just put in more diamonds. But we put in Pataiba tourmalines, and it changes the entire DNA of this piece. This is going to be an Asher cut in the center stone. Remember, Asher cut is a patented cut developed by Joseph Asher, who owned a diamond cutting company back in the early 1900s. He patented that cut. So for a long time, nobody else could do it except the Asher company. It takes the traditional emerald cut, and it adds a couple of extra facets here. It brings in the crown and makes it taller and makes the table smaller. It adds another layer of facets on the pavilion, the underside of the stone as well. And the bottom line, more sparkle, more twinkle, more brilliance from what is essentially a fancy reconfigured emerald cut. The shape is almost always symmetrical. So you can just see a little bit of a shimmer of it here. If you look right where the prongs are, there's almost always this sort of iron cross effect where the light goes into the stone, bounces around until it finds the exit point, and in the meantime, it just illuminates the bottom and the top together, and it creates that gorgeous kind of iron cross design. Spectacular. Really gorgeous. All right, altogether, this is about 8 grams of platinum, 950 platinum. So we've got a firm foundation, a quality foundation. You have EF/VS diamonds because that is the standard that we use, nothing less in the Rhapsody pieces. And then you have a quad A Asher cut tourmaline, 3.5 carats altogether. The center tourmaline is going to be about 2.7 carats. So you've got 2.77 carats then the rest of that carat weight is going to be split between 13 points of Paraíba Tourmaline and 60 points of those very special diamonds. All right. Retail on a treasure like this could go for as much as $30,000. Shop LC price, because we shop for it the right way, we shop for it the budget way, we shop for it the smart way to bring you value, is $6,400. That's where the live stream takes over and says, you know what? Let's give you a quick window of an unbeatable deal. I'm going to type in 6,400. I'm always going to round up with that penny, by the way. 25% savings. Hang on to your hat. $1,600 in instant live stream savings. LIVE25. You type in 4 letters and 2 numbers, and you just earned $1,600. That's going to be the easiest $1,600 you've earned today, this week, this month, maybe this year. And the bonus is you get to take this home. That's the bonus. I mean, $1,600 is crazy. And then you take that home on top of that. Okay, $1,600. Woo, this is great. 4,800 divided by 5 budget pays, $960. Now, your live stream 25 savings is $1,600. Your budget pay was originally $1,280. All right, so you are way over one budget pay on that regular price. And so we're going to knock off that price, bring you down to the point where your budget pay is $960, all right? Which means your live stream lock-in savings is $320 on every single budget pay. Your budget pay has an instant savings of $320 every single time. The price is good. The offer is good for 48 hours, which is fantastic. You've got the appraisal report, and you've got the certificate and the appraisal. $13,400 is the appraised value. You lock in the savings right now, and that live stream 25 works for you for the next 5 months. So the offer is good for 24. When you lock in the price for 24 for the next 48 hours, you lock that in, and you have locked in the savings across the next 5 months. Now, you still have a 30-day think about it. So that's great. You get the best of both worlds. You get extended thinking time, and you get extended paying time, and you get extended savings on every single payment. You can visit the website. When you type in the code SHOP13, you'll see the entire photographic collection. You'll see the photo album. You'll see the full breakdown written out so that you understand every single element of it. You'll get a chance to take a look at the certificate, which is this item as well. So there's a full explanation of this on the item. And you type in Live 25, you get the savings. And it's really cool. It's the best of all possible worlds. And seriously, that's an amazing piece of jewelry. One of the things I really love, whether it's fashion, especially clothing and sometimes jewelry, there are a lot of designers out there, and I'm using my air quotes designers. There are a lot of designers that are very, very talented, but sometimes don't you think it's like a little overboard? I saw a runway thing, a dress I was watching. I follow a lady on social media who follows runway trends, like big fashion shows, and she'll point out things that are just kind of silly, like a dress with 3 sleeves or I don't know, just all kinds of crazy stuff. A skirt mounted on a little strips of denim strategically placed. I need a lot of strategy, okay? That's not my thing. But my point is, those are statement pieces that the designer is making. And I don't feel like you have to be a billboard for a brand. I don't feel like you have to be a billboard for a label, okay? We don't want you to be a billboard for Shop LC. We want to give you the tools and the accessories and the values that you need to build your own unique profile and statement. Now, how's that? Okay. You're not going to see any big brand names or logos on anything that I brought to you today. You'll have all the appropriate stamping, all the appropriate identification. Everything is done correctly. But at the same time, these are not pieces that we don't necessarily want you to say, oh, this is a Rhapsody piece. I'm the Shop LC brand. We want to give you the tools and the designs and the styles that you need to enhance your lifestyle. You're the rock star. You're the customer. You should be first and foremost. You're going to find ways that you can wear these to many, many events. And I think the fact that this is not brand centric, that it's quality focused, is one of the things that, I mean, you tell me how you feel about it. I appreciate that these are subtle. I know my brand. I know my variety. I know my value. And that's all. Nobody else needs to know that, you know? So yeah, I'm not so much about being a brand billboard. Now, I want you to be a Shop LC fan. In fact, I want you to be a Shop LC ambassador, but I want you to do that with your style. Okay. And I think we all agree on that behind the scenes. We want to enhance your ability to style, to design, to collect, to create, to show off. That's what it's really all about. You're in charge. You're in charge. And we love that. Okay. One more. Okay. In Rhapsody, oh my gosh, 950 platinum and another one. I'm amazed that we have this much in this quality of tourmaline, but I'm just absolutely breathtaking that we can give you this level of accent with the Pata Eva tourmalines. These are so gorgeous. Just that little bit of color. And again, we could have put regular diamonds in there, could have put any color diamond in there, really, blue, pink, yellow, whatever. Would have been a spectacular piece, but there's something so amazing about putting two top tier varieties of the same gemstone family together for this amazing explosion of design and color. Very distinctive pieces, and every single one of these has been limited in quantity. Believe me, if we had 100 of these pieces, we had 100 of those stones, we'd love to offer them to you. We do the best we can with what we have. Now we go to the next collection. But think about it. That limited quantity and that limited number really enhances your experience of owning something truly exclusive and wonderful. All right, this is a clearance price. And again, I don't know why this is a clearance price, but I'm not the boss of that part of this. It's just my job to give you the details and help you figure out the math. So let's do that. This one is going to be about 7.5 or 8 grams of platinum, and it's 950 platinum. There's never a compromise on that. When you see Rhapsody, you know it's 950 platinum. This is that gorgeous big emerald cut. It's referred to as an octagon, but technically it has 8 sides, but we call it an emerald cut. But beautiful. Now, Shop LC price on this is normally about $8,000. This is marked down an $800 savings. It's already down to $71.99, which is $7,200. So let's bring in the old calculator and see how that translates to the budget pay with the live stream lock-in. $7,200, because we're going to figure your live stream savings based on the current posted price, which is $71.99.99. 25% live stream savings is $1,800. And the first thing I look at is how does that live stream savings compare to the budget pay as it is now? Well, right now your budget pay is $1,440 at a price of $7,200. Your live stream savings is $1,800. Okay, $1,800. Let's see. That gets it down to $5,400. The center stone is a quad A, and the center stone, let me just check the weight here, 3.61 carats. 3.61 carats. And that's one of the beauties of this emerald cut. I mean, it looks like 5 carats, hands down, no questions asked. It makes a stunning presentation. You can see the certificate online. If you want to see the details, go to Shop 14, type that in below. It'll send you back a link, which gives you all the details, including shots of the certificate. You can see it for yourself. By the way, appraised value, $18,300. $18,300. And this is a 2025 appraisal, so it's current. Okay, $5,400. We're going to budget pay that. I mean, you can. You don't have to. Budget pay is $1,080. Your original budget pay is $1,440. That's a savings on every single budget pay of $360. And even though you get beyond the live stream 48 hours, because you've locked in the deal during that 48-hour window, you've locked in the deal on every single budget pay. So you lock in the deal today and the deal's done. You can still budget pay with that live stream savings. That's phenomenal. That means $360. Your live stream, your budget pay goes from $14.40 to 10 to let's see, hold on. Yeah, you locked in that savings. I mean, it's mind blown. I mean, in today's world, you go to the outlet mall and it'll say, buy 3 pairs of socks and you get the fourth one 20% off. I don't like that math because it dilutes my savings. You're going to see consistent savings here at Shop LC. Every single budget pay, that savings is reflected in every single budget pay. And that is something that I truly love. You don't have to buy 3 to get 20% off. We're looking at each jewelry experience, each beautiful treasure as a savings opportunity for you. There are some folks out there in the audience, you get passionate about collecting one thing or another, and you may have multiples of that. So we take that into consideration as well. We take into consideration that, you might want to buy more than one piece throughout the year. So let's make that possible. How do we do that? Maximum savings, maximum quality, maximum value. And you see it in every single piece. All right, this one is Shop 14. We're going to be moving on. We only have a few minutes left of the show. And if you've missed the show, remember, you can go back to the live stream library at shoplc.com and watch any of the shows. If you have a particular stone or a particular person, whatever you want to follow. And you know what? If you scroll all the way down on the Shop LC homepage, there will be a little link down there where you can actually go in. And there's lots of information about different types of gemstones and different types of jewelry and all sorts of great things that are already part of the learning experience that we have for you at Shop LC. So don't hesitate to check that out as well. I put this on at the beginning of the show, and I'll tell you why. Because it's in platinum, and we don't very often have platinum pendants. The majority of jewelry bought and sold every single day is rings, and it's probably never going to change. The first thing that we want is a ring. Then you might buy a pair of earrings. Sometimes the last thing you buy in a luxury stone like this is a pendant. That's the last thing. And I just got really crazy about the fact that we have this in 950 platinum. I mean, we could have just as easily said no to the pendants and put them all in rings. It would have been super, super easy to do. Nobody would think anything else about it. But we're giving you an opportunity to own a really gorgeous piece. And I don't know, honestly, if there was a ring that looked like this. It may show up as a bundle and save, which is an outrageous opportunity if it is. But let's just talk about the pendant as a solo acquisition. Because truthfully, this will complement any of the spectacular pieces that we've had, because there is a consistency of color in this particular grouping that is just absolutely one of the best things I think we've ever done. And listen, I've worked through and presented and shared lots of collections over the years here at Shop LC, and there's just something so amazingly iconic and eye-catching about these pieces. They are stunning. All right, the pendant. In 950 platinum, does this include the chain?
It does.
Yes. Is this a sterling silver chain?
Let's see. Looks like it.
I think it's a platinum chain.
Oh, no, it is platinum, yeah. 950.
It's a 950 platinum chain, and it sits at 18 inches. Okay, so my regular, no, is it 20 inches? I think it's 20 inches. Is it 18 or 20?
It's 18.
It's 18. Okay, it's 18 inches. It has a lobster claw clasp. I could go on and on just about the chain, but let's talk about the whole ball of wax here, because you're going to get the pendant and the chain out of the box ready to go. And you know why that's important? Because in today's world, I don't know any place that you could walk in and just as a regular offering find a platinum chain. The place where I worked retail, you wouldn't find a platinum chain. I mean, it was not something that we normally had in stock. We could get it for you. It was a special order. If you watch Hunter, Hunter worked retail for many years. He managed stores, managed in a district. He's very accomplished in that regard. And they had two platinum chains. One was like 0.5 gram, and the other was like 3/4 of a gram. Tiny little chains. And they got him in for Christmas, and they had 2 chains in the whole store. So this, including a platinum chain with this, is such a fabulous gift. And I really hope you'll at least think about that when you're considering this one. But don't wait too long, because we don't have a lot of these. This one is also Rhapsody. So you're going to get the grading report and the appraisal. The appraisal is $20,500. Now, the start price at Shop LC is about $8,000. Okay, so your budget pay right now is $1,600. So $8,000 times live stream 25. Type that in when you check out. We want you to save live stream 25 means you're saving $2,000. I should have done that math in my head. I can do that. It means you're saving $2,000. At the regular price, $8,000, your budget pay is $1,600. Your overall live stream savings is $2,000. So your live stream savings on every single one of these pieces has been bigger than a budget pay at regular price. Think about that. That's powerful. Okay, so that brings it down to $6,000, which means your budget pay, let's see, divided by 5. Your budget pay, because you've locked in the live stream savings, your budget pay has now gone from $1,600 to $1,200 on a piece that appraises for $20,000. And we're throwing in the chain. Your center stone, okay, you have 45 points of beautiful diamonds, 3.62 carats on that incredible fancy oval brilliant. Look at the light play. You know, and here's the thing. This is a very deep saturated stone. And do you see, even in a still photograph, how much life and vibrance and sparkle and presentation just the center stone has? I mean, forget the diamonds. Just look at the stone. It sparkles. It twinkles. It does everything you want a stone to do. It's got so much incredible luster and personality and presentation. And again, it's not a super big piece. I mean, just for the sake of comparison, I can hold this up to a nickel, and you'll see that it's got a really beautiful presentation. And the lobster claw clasp on the platinum chain is a game changer because it's safe, it's secure, it's easy. And by the way, this is one of the newer pieces in the collection. You can see that the newer pieces that are Rhapsody are going to have the R built into it. So you've got the signature brand built into the mounting itself, okay? Now, for the sake of the front of the stone, a double diamond halo. What's better than a diamond halo? A double diamond halo? Yes, please. And your budget pay is $1,200. All right, my friends. I mean, get them while you can. Come on in here. This is the season when we start to look for maybe your person. Okay, maybe your person. Maybe you're looking for something really special for your person. These stones are so incredibly unusual and rare. The richness of this particular mine is just world class. There's just no doubt about it. Lobster claw clasp on that as well. The platinum chain is included. I mean, the wow factor is just built in on these. It's just really gorgeous. You can check out the appraisal report online as well. And if you're looking for adding a little bit of a warranty to these, check out the Sure Shield program. It's waiting for you in the checkout process. So beautiful and easy to do for sure. Thank you all for joining us. I see a lot of folks checking in out there. My name is Becky Booker. I'm a graduate gemologist. I've been part of the host team here at Shop LC for a long, long time. And you can normally catch me on the live shows at 2 a.m. All right, are we done?
Yep.
Okay, we are done. Now, I'm going to tempt you with something that I'm not going to have time to present, but let me tell you something about this. You can see these beautiful pieces? These are all loose stones, all right? This one, I don't have the carat weights, but it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. When you buy a loose stone from Shop LC, you can work with our design team and we will build a custom piece for you. So if you're looking for that level of wow and experience, we got you. All right. So check out the loose stones, especially in this collection before they're all gone. By the time January rolls around, this will all be a memory. So please don't hesitate to jump in and get these while you can. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on the live stream. It's been an absolute treasure and a pleasure. And I really hope that you've found something in here that you'll add to your collection today. If you have any questions, go back and review the show or just reach out to the live stream dream team at 888-835-2237. Have a fabulous Monday and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.